attend to your concerns. So I can attend to your concerns. If you can hear me, you can give me a reaction so that I know you all can hear me. Okay. Okay, great. Great. Okay. I hope you all can see my screen. Okay. Since you all can see my screen, first of all, let us open our Photoshop. So now my Photoshop is opened. Don't mind what you see here. We will use it later on. Because of the work, I had to work on the cropping so we can be in the time and have time for questions, because today is today might be the last day for the graphic design. So have we all opened Photoshop? Today I want us to follow each other so that we can all learn it together. All right, so first of all, we go to File, then we go to New. Now we have our pop-up. The last time I described the dimensions and everything to you, so let's use the same dimensions that we used the last time. So 3000 by 3000 here, 3000 by 3000 pixels. Then our resolution is going to be 300. Are we all here? If you have any question, you can drop it in the chat so we can attend to it quickly. So let's create our canvas. Now we've created our canvas here. Okay, now we have a plain canvas with nothing on it. So today, first off, we are going to build our background from scratch and work on one or two things. So I would want you to, so for the sake of this assignment, the last time we worked on one flyer, so the picture that we cropped for the other flyer, you can as well use it for this design. Okay, so first off, let me drag my cropped image and drop it here. So I have one image, I have my image here. Let me resize and then hide it. We are going to deal with it later. So let's pick our color picker, then let's find a very nice color. Let's go with something like this with color code 5C0555 here. You can find the color code here. Okay, oh, let's switch it a little bit. Okay, now let's pick our pin bucket. So G, pin bucket, click on pin bucket, then you create a new layer. Drag it on top of the background layer. Then since our color picker is our pin bucket is selected, we can just click and then we have our background color set. Are we all here? Are you with me? Okay, now let us add a shade. I like it when I add shades so that it kind of gives me the flow of the background. So we create a new layer, then so on the layer 3 here, can we all see the layer 3 that I'm going over. So the layer 3 that is selected, I'll come pick a different shade of this same color. Maybe let's pick a lighter part. Okay, a lighter part of the same color. Pick it, we click on OK. Then we come and pick our brush tool. Here you right click B, brush tool, click on brush tool. Let us increase the size of our brush tool by using our square brackets, open square brackets, and then we will increase it to the size that we want and how big we want our shade to look like. So we increase it to this shade, to this size, and then we tap one time. Now we have our shade here. Can we all see it? Are we all at this point? Those of you who are following us with the design, I think we'll all be here by now. Then let's create another layer. We've created another layer. So this one, I want to add a shade of yellow, right? I want to add a shade of yellow on top of the two shades, the two colors. So let's find our color picker again. Let's come to where the yellow is. We pick our yellow a little bit. So let's say this side with color code F29A0F. So you can as well. Can you see my color picker? Can you see my color picker? Can you all see my color picker? Okay, great. So we pick a shade of yellow, then we click on OK. With the same the size of our brush tool down, we bring the size that's shade that has a sort of sun. Do we call it sun? No, sunrise. Yeah, so that's a nice shade of it. We can make this one dark, a little darker. You can just the main background here, the solid color at the layer 2. We can just we can make it a little darker so that it will pop a little. Then we use our paint buckets here. Then we click on the same thing to make it a little darker. Now I think we are good. So I want to import the flyer that we did the last time, right? So that no, sorry, let me import the flyer we did the last time so that I can pick the logo from here, and then maybe the church name, the two of them. Let me select the church name, and then this is my logo. Pick it and drag it to the new design. Okay, drag it to the top so that will be at the top of now we have this one here. So the same End Time Believers Church, we are using the same End Time Believers Church. Then we come here. So today they are asking us to do weeks, let's say weeks on the altar. It's a prayer meeting kind of. Let me come to my window here. Let me select okay, large icons. Okay, let me select something like a cross. So you are going to go on into your browser, download a background, a very nice background, but I want to use this to create the mood for the flyer because of the event. So I'll rasterize the layer that I dragged into the Photoshop. I rasterize the layer. I pick my eraser tool, increase the float. I pick my eraser tool, increase the size of the eraser, brush the tip at the ends. Now you drag it because it is a background. You drag it to the down here. Then you change the mode, the color mode. Let it fit into the background. So you change the mode. Let's see which one looks better. Okay, so I think this one is better. Let me increase it a little bit so it will okay. When you right click in here, you get this pop-up, then you now that's a flip there. Are we all seeing how we are developing the background? If you have any questions, you can drop it, so as we go on, we can just be answering and then be working on them. Because we are going to record and later on you can go back and watch. That is why I'm actually doing everything like I'm doing. So that the next time you take your time to go through it, you understand why I did some of the things and how I did them. So now we can activate our preacher. Let's bring our preacher in here. Now we have brought our preacher. Let's right click our preacher and then flip it to so that he will look, his face will look at the side. Let's increase it a little bit. Now we have our preacher pasted here. The title of the program is Weeks on the Altar. So you select your text to click on it, say weeks. Okay. Or let's say week. Is it week on the altar or weeks on the altar? Let's find a bolder font. Let me see this one. Let me change the interval to 0 here. Okay, now we have weeks. Let us create another text link there. Altar. You resize it with you resize it here. So weeks. Okay, let me make it bigger. What is happening? I'm seeing some reactions. Should I slow down or I'm going too fast? I'm going too fast. Okay. All right. Okay. Please, if you have a question, you can put your question in the chat. I will see it and read it because nobody is being given access to speak. So you can put your questions in there. I'm coming. Okay, somebody says, I cannot see as you pick the stuff. I only see the final results. We can't see the mouse pointer. Okay. from where I am, everything looks fine. My mouse pointer is looking good from here. Oh, really? Because we are streaming to other platforms too, and everything is looking fine. So all right, let me check it then. Okay, but give me some few minutes.
So they can't see the mouse. You say they can't see the mouse.
Yeah.
So stop the sharing. No, they can stop the sharing.
Okay.
So when you go to
I see.
I thought I'm seeing something like I can see the mouse here.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was not coming.
Okay. It's here now.
Okay, let me unmute.
So ask them.
Let me unmute my. Can you now see my mouse? Okay, good. Sorry. Then I'll have to go back a little so that we pick up from there. Because so then let me create the whole thing from scratch again. So let's go to File, go to New. Let's create 3000 by 3000 with 300 resolution. Create. Now we have a completely empty background. An empty background here. I'm coming. Can you all hear me? Somebody says I still cannot see. Can you all see my mouse and everything? Oh, but somebody is saying they still cannot see. I don't know what's happening. Okay, great. I think a lot of people are giving. So those who cannot see, you can decline from the class, then join again. You can decline and join again. Now a lot of people can see my mouse and everything. Okay, so just as we did, let's create a new layer. We've created our new layer. Come to our color picker. Now we are selecting this shade of color. We click OK. Let's come to our paint bucket, select paint bucket, and then tap on the new layer. Now we have created our shade, our solid color. Let's create another layer. Then let's select from our color picker a lighter shade of that same color. So when you go to the top a little, you get a lighter shade of that color. Click on OK. Now you are not going to use paint bucket. You are going to use brush tool. So when you come here, this is our brush tool. Right click, select the brush tool. Let's increase the size of our brush tool with the open square bracket. Do we all know square brackets, please? Because I've been mentioning square brackets, square brackets. I've not even asked whether some of us even know what it is. So the let me come. Okay, so when you look at your keyboard, the square bracket is that thing that looks like this. I'm coming. This thing. So that's the square bracket. Okay, so let's clear it and then come back to our new layer. Pick our color picker, a lighter shade. Okay, let's come to our brush. Let our brush be a little bigger so that the shade can sweep on top of the solid color down there. Please make sure you are creating new layers for each shade that you are doing. Make sure you are creating new layers for each shade that you are doing, because if you don't do that and you put everything on just one layer, when you want to come back and make changes to them, it will be very hard. So be creating new layers. So now I've created a new layer. I'll just, with my brush tool selected, I'll just click one. Now we have a very good shade. So who is here? Who is here with me? How many of us are here with me? Oh, I'm seeing few hands. I'm seeing few people. I'm seeing few people. Okay, great. Right. Okay, that's great. So now we want to create another shade. So we've created, let's create a new layer. We've created another layer. We come to our color picker. Then we drag it to where we can see yellow. The reason why I'm picking yellow is that most of the time when I'm doing shading and I put yellow in it, it makes it look like the sun, when the sun is rising. You see that kind of feel that it gives you. And so you pick that type of yellow, you come here and then you decrease it. This time, instead of the open close square bracket, you use open square bracket, the one on the other side. Then you do one click. Now we'll find this shade. Are you all with me? Okay. Now I had already cropped my man of God, so I'll come here and pick my man of God and drop him inside here. But I want him to look the other way. So with my transform tool selected, I'll right click on it. When you right click, you see this pop up, and then you come to flip horizontal. So flip horizontal. Now he's going to look the other way. Okay, then I'll resize it. I'll resize it a little. So just as I said, you can use this man of God, because that is the picture that you have. Today, because of the time, I couldn't upload a lot of the things. So now I have this man of God here. Now let's hide him because we are still working on the background. Yes. Now you go into your browser and then you download any background that you want. But here, first of all, the people that have brought the design for us to design, they are doing a week-long prayer, right? They are doing a week-long prayer. So since it's a prayer time and prayer time, we are going into our browser and we will download something that resonates with prayer. So now let's open okay, let's open okay, our browser, and then search for maybe praying man or woman. Let's say woman. Come to images. We want to find an image that can actually go with our flyer. The reason why I'm taking you through all of this, I want you to appreciate the processes that we go through and the steps that I go through all the time. So let me find, I'm still not seeing, okay, I'm still not seeing some that is good. I think this should be fine. This should be fine for me. So you too, you look at your browser and then you download one that is fine for you. Now I've downloaded mine. Now I come to my a minute. Let me plug my charger. I think. Sorry, we are back. Okay, so my download, where did I put this? Maybe in downloads. Where is it? Downloads. Now I have the woman here. I'll drag her into my design, resize her to this maybe. And then I'll right click on the layer, rasterize. The last time I think I told you so somebody is asking, are there copyright issues when you choose images on Google? So what happens is that there are sites that you register with premium, right? So there are sites that you register and you get premium access. So all the images, like the free pick, so all the images that you download, those images are images that you can use for commercial purposes because you are using, you have access to the premium versions. But for Google, I think for our part of the world, what I advise is that you don't use people's profile pictures and all of that. When you go online and you are searching for images, you search for stock images, right? Images that are being used for commercial purposes but are free for anybody to pick. Maybe you are designing a flyer for your church and then maybe you see maybe Archbishop Duncan Williams praying because you want somebody praying in at the background of your flyer. You cannot just pick Duncan Williams and put him at the background. So you can just go online, just find random people, and then you come and then you insert them. Yeah. And then also when you go to free pick, when you go to Pinterest, you get a lot of these type of images also there. I think your question is answered. Now, let's come back to our design. Now I've rasterized my layer. I'll come to eraser to, I'll select my eraser. Because the edges are sharp, I'll have to clean my edges. Let me quickly clean my edges. Because I'm going to put hair in the background, that's why I'm not minding whether the hair is being cropped or not. Now, I will change the layer mode from here. Let me put my layer mode into somewhere. Okay. Let me use soft light and put her somewhere here. Let me put her somewhere here. Okay. Then for me, I'm obviously going to use cross, Jesus on the cross. So I've answered. Do we still have people who cannot see the mouse? Oh.
No, I think it's 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So now I've brought this one to inside here. I'll place it, come to the layer, rasterize, and prick my eraser, increase the size of my eraser, then I'll brush so that it will be smooth. Because I already have an image on that side, I'll transform it, Control T, then right click, then I come to flip horizontal. I flip it to that side. Then I'll also change the blend mode of that one to the layer mode, that one to maybe screen. Yeah. So I think this should be fine. Let me decrease the opacity for my the background, the lady in the background. Decrease it small. Now so when we go to the class, the files that we shared the last time, we can go and pick the logo from the first design that we did. Let's go and pick the same logo and then the church name. So I'll pick the two. I've selected the two layers. Then I'll drag it into my new design. Now I'll have my church here, and then the name of the church, and then the logo too here. Let me change the font to a little bolder one. Okay. Now I'll select the two of them and then resize. Now the title of the event is Weeks on the Altar. Select your text layer, then you type weeks. Weeks. I am dividing it because I want the text to stand out. Each of the text to stand out. Now let me pick a font that is bolder. The font that I'm going to use is called Anton Regular. Anton Regular. So if you have installed the font pack that we added to the training manual and then the kit, you can get that font. Do we all have it? If you install those fonts, I think you should have Anton Regular in there. How many of us have Anton Regular? If we don't, we can use Gotham or something. You can use Gotham. Yeah, you can use Gotham. You can select Gotham. So I've done weeks let's select again and then come and type on the, okay, let me put this one down here, bring this one here, let me hide the bar. So weeks on there, let's create another one and then type alter. So now the title of our program is weeks on the altar. Let me resize the on the small. Okay, now I think this is cool. This is cool. That's mine. Okay, are we all here? Do we all have our weeks on the altar on the flyer? Somebody said, I don't have the file that you shared. So go to, so on the platform, you can see handouts. So on the platform, so this is the, this is the platform. So when you come here, handouts, you should see fonts, the graphic resources, all the files are in there. Okay, so now let's come back to the design. Do we have weeks on the altar? Have we all written weeks on the altar? Hello, is everybody there? Do we have weeks on the altar written? Okay, great. Now let us now bring our man of God. Now I've brought my man of God. This is my man of God. So let me bring him here. So this is my man of God. What is ahead? What is on top of his head? Okay, this one should come down here. So this is my man of God. I'll resize him a little, make him a little small, bigger. Then, since we are going through the things that we did the last time, we will pick the weeks on the altar. We are going to change the look, how the weeks on the altar is looking. So you right click on week, then we go to where's blend options. So you find blend options here, click on it, or you where the T is, where the weeks is written. So on this right side, you just double click, it will open the blend options for you. Have you been able to do it? Have you been able to open blend options? Okay. Okay. Now let's come to gradients overlay. Let's click on gradient overlay. We want today, should we even do gradient overlay? No, let's not do gradient overlay. Let's do bevel and emboss. So let's click on bevel and emboss and double click on it. Let's change the style to outer. Let's make it smooth. Let's pick a color from here. So where you have highlight mode, so let's pick the highlight color. Let's pick something like yellow, or yeah, let's pick something like yellow. Click on it. This dark, this shadow mode, the shadow mode should be black. So here we will start manipulating. So as I'm manipulating, can you see what's happening? Can you all see what was happening? You see, it's creating a 3D sort of. So let's bring it to 13. Now we will come back and fix some of the edges. Then let's put the softness on 7. Then we click on OK. Now when we come to our text, the week text, let's pick let's pick a color that will bring the shade that we did, that will pop it up. Let me see which one. Okay, all right, so let's pick something like this, something like the background. Yeah, so let's double click the weeks again, and then let's come to gradient overlay. So now with our gradient overlay selected, click here, click on the gradient, click inside the gradient, and then you see this small thing, this color, you click on it, you select a different shade. Let's select a different shade, and then the yellow, let's make it a little lighter. So let's go a little more into the whites. Click on it, then click OK. Let us change the direction. You see where the angle is? Let's change the direction to 90 degrees. Let's change it to 90. Let's change it to 90. And then the fade, let's decrease the fade to like 104. And let's click OK. Let's click OK. Now we are coming to copy the things that we've done onto the other layers. You don't have to go through the whole thing again. So when you come here, you right click, then you go to copy layer style. Here you right click where the edit is, so the week. No, you see where there is an FX attached to it. Can we all see the FX? So you select the FX, right click, and go to copy layer style. Copy layer style, click, then come to you come and select on the to right click, then you go to paste layer style. Now the effect is going to apply on that one too. Right click on the alter, then paste, and the effect is going to apply to that one too. Are we all close to this or some? It doesn't need to be the same thing that I've done, but if you are close, you can just give me a reaction, because the closeness is what I'm expecting. When you get close, there are a lot of ways to even achieve this what we have done. So now with this done, let us add few things to it. Now we want to now we want to bring the date and time. Let's say, when should we even do this program? Let's say the program is going to be held on maybe 10th July. July 2024. Let me resize it a little, bring it to this side. 2024. Then I'll just, let's say the venue is what, maybe church premises. Church premises. Church premises. And then maybe the time is 5 a.m. maybe 6 o'clock p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So now we have this. So let us resize it a little. You can change it to different fonts. Okay. Now, what I want to do is that I want to put this text on a white background. So what I will do is that I will create a new layer, then come and pick my marquee tool. Marquee. I'll draw a rectangle from here to here. Then I'll right click inside the rectangle. Then I'll come to fill. Then I'll choose color here. Then because I want to fill it with white, I'll select white. Okay. Then I'll click OK. Now then I have a white background. So now I have something like this. But I want this white background to be behind the man of God. So what I'll do is that I'll pick it from the layer here, drag it until I see where the man of God is, and I'll put it under the layer for the man of God. I'll drop it just there. Then the man of God will be on top of the what I did. But because this one, the text, the dates and time, the text is white, I'll change the color to maybe this or maybe black, so that it will be visible. Sorry. So that it will be visible. Then you move it to the down. Select all of them. Then you resize it a little bit. Okay. So now, I think we've been able to do this. Are we all good? Oh, the typo errors that we are going to have there, I mean, they are not that necessary because it's for the training purposes. This is not like this is not an actual event. So thanks for drawing my attention, but the errors that we are going to have, they are not very, very necessary. the whole thing is that I want you to get the concept. These things that I'm giving, these things that I'm teaching you, I'm just teaching you like there are a lot of people who are very new. There are a lot of people who do not know how to use Photoshop. And I don't want to go into the like advanced some of the things when I'm asked to design some things, I will not do this. But I want to use the most basic things that you can use to come up with flyers. Then the more you experiment, the more you go on and you go on, you come out with a very nice flyer. That's why I know there are some people who are here who are pros. But those of you who are pros, please, you can bear with me. This same flyer that I am doing, I was asked to design it, and I think let me see. This was my output. Let me see. So I was asked to produce this same weeks on the other flyer, and then this was the output. You see, it is nowhere near what I've done, right? The reason is that I'm just teaching you the basics, so that you grasp the concept, and the more you experiment, there are a lot of videos too on YouTube that you can go through. The more you experiment, the more you can adapt to some of the things. I hope we are clear on that. Are we there? Okay. So where I've gotten to, I want you to be involved. So I want two of you to suggest what we should add to this flyer. I want just two people to suggest. So just type it. Just type in the comments. I want just two people. So somebody is asking a question that he thinks everything is conflicting. Can you be a little clear? That's Joseph Derek Tete. What exactly is conflicting? Okay, so somebody is suggesting we add icon for date and time. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Okay, somebody says name of the pastor. I actually do not have a name for him, so we can suggest one. So we use, I think the text of the theme can be white. Yes, the pastor's name. I don't have a name for the pastor. I don't have a name for the pastor, so you can suggest any name. Oh, no. He cannot be Frank Jose. He can't be Frank Jose. Just find me another name. Okay. So I think the text of the theme can be white. Okay, the text of the theme can be white. The theme. We've not written a theme, or we should add a theme. Okay, somebody suggest a theme. Okay, I think this is fine. Hey, somebody saying Reverend Mark Prempe. I think that suits him. that suits him. Okay, Reverend Mark Prempe. Okay, so let's pick our text. And then as we are doing this, somebody can also suggest the theme. Reverend Mark Prempe. Just make it white and increase the here. Let's change the fonts to go down, then make it a little bolder. Come here. Obviously, prayer is key. Not by might. Okay, somebody say, is there a reason there is a space between the edge and the text? There's a space between the edge and the text. Which space between the edge and the text?
Maybe it's the space
here, the down here.
The date.
Where the dates and then. Okay. So, the space that you leave there is just to give room for when somebody is reading, the text will not be all over the place. So imagine I come here, I select the date, the venue, and then the time, and then I make it full like this. Can you all see that it is all over the place? Okay, the space I left on the left. Oh, hey, I think this, somebody says bars. The space I left on the left. So I just wanted it to follow the alignment here. So I just wanted it to align at least. So when I move, if I move this, the text, if I move it to this side and somebody is looking at the design, the person may not even, the person may think I do not know what I'm doing, right? That is why I wanted it to be closer to the alignment, that it will be at least close here, and then when you are reading, they are in a straight line. And Chris James, is that what you were asking? And if my answer is actually good for you. So it just has to do with alignment. Okay, so somebody says I'll just write mine on the right. Okay. that one too is bad. I'll just write mine on the right. Okay. All right. Okay. So theme, let the author speak. Someone say, I believe when the text is white, it will be more brighter. My suggestion. The main weeks on the altar. You mean the weeks on the altar? Today I want it to be interactive like this. Samuel, do you mean the main caption, the weeks on the altar? You want it to be white. Okay, we'll add the theme. Okay. So the reason why I did it this way it's not like I want this to be the final work, but I wanted a way to teach you how to use bezel and emboss as an effect for creating flyers. You get it? So if I had used only white background or only white, you will not have, the new people may not have learned how to use bevel and emboss. I hope my reason is reasonable. Yeah. So the reason why I am experimenting with all of this is so that you have an idea of a lot of the things there. But can design be minimal? Minimal, like simple. Okay. So please, the Tete, Joseph Derek Tete, can you elaborate on your question? The minimal, what do you mean? Somebody is asking, what factor influence your choice of colors between text and the background? Like having a black or white background, have a green shape. Is there a guide to choose color combination? Okay, so what influences my color choices? Basically, most of the time, I pick from the caption of the whole the theme, right? The caption of the event, like maybe the name of the event. This one is Weeks on the Altar, right? Weeks on the Altar is obviously a prayer meeting. So when a client or maybe when your pastor brings something like this, you ask what the week is about. So the fact that I know it is a prayer week, I kind of choose a more vibrant color. You get it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. So Tete, I will come back to your question. So continue with Isaac's question. So I choose colors that moves with the mood of the theme or the mood of the event, right? Let's say this same flyer, imagine I chose a green background. A green background can work, but it may not communicate the mood properly. I hope you understand, Afo, Isaac. So you choose the mood. So that is why I've showed you how to pick inspiration when you are beginning, when you are starting up as a designer. So you go onto sites like Pinterest. Pinterest is a very good platform. So when you go there, you search for maybe the theme or the caption of your event. If somebody has actually done it, you can look at how the person, the inspiration, you pick inspiration from how the person picked the colors in the background. You may not be able to create all the things that you see, but pick inspirations from there. So with this, I actually decided to go with the mood. You get it? The mood of the event. So with Joseph Tete. So your question is, you meant monochrome, the simplicity part. Okay. So okay, so somebody wants me to turn off the white background where I've written the dates. This part. Okay, let me turn it off. This is what you get. So you see, a black on that color is not suiting. You get it? A black on that color. It means you have to. Then, if you want it to be on a one color theme, then it means you have to change the color of this text to a more brighter color or a vibrant color. You get it? But because I wanted the date to pop, that's why I brought that white background, so that the color of the text here will pop or will come out. So Joseph, coming back to your questioning, it is good that most of your designs become simple, but for the purpose of this teaching, you see, the last time when we were doing this, we actually went with the this design was a more or less a monochromatic thing. Most of the things that we placed on here were just one color theme. You get it? You can go with just one color theme and you will be fine. But for the purpose of this training, I just wanted to touch on a lot of things, so that we appreciate more of the things that we would want to learn. Any other question? I want us to bring the session to a close. I want us to, so you can ask more questions then as we go on. Please, can you help me with the fonts on how to download and install? Okay, so Benedict, I have given you guys more than 13,000 fonts. So when you check the handouts, all the fonts are there. All the fonts are there. So when you check the handout here, this part, the font here, you can click on the link and download. A lot of fonts are in there, like 13,000 of them. Andrew made mention of an extension to enhance pixelated. Yes, he will treat those topics later. Yes, you treat those topics later. So within the week, as and when he uploads those videos, he will send the links so that you go and watch the videos. So you can follow his YouTube, and so as and when he drops videos.
I have a video on it, so you can check.
Okay, so if you go to Andrew's YouTube, you can find a video, that video on there. See, please, the logo, theme, dates, time, venue, can it be shifted to the left? Can it be shifted to the left? Please, the logo. Okay. All right. So can it be shifted to the left? Yes. As for positioning, it is you, the designer, that will determine where to position what. You get it? But for this training, I am just showing you how to do some of the things. So if you want your logo, some people would want their logo to even be here. Some of them will want their logo to be here. Some of them will want their logo to be here. You get it? It depends on your client or the person you are designing for. So wherever you want to put your logos and all your things, it all depends on you, the designer. Yes, and then the date too. Some people can pick the dates and the time, and then maybe put it at the top. Some people may even start the whole flyer with the date and time. Did you get it? Uh-huh. Okay, so, and then somebody's asking, how do you group text and images? How do you group text or images? Okay, so this is how you group or you section your images, your layers. So here, I want to group all the layers here down here. So 10th July, church premises, and then 6 p.m. I hold control, click on all those layers. Then do you see this small folder down here? The small folder down here, say create group. Click, and then it will create a group for you. So when you hide it, it will hide all the things there. And you can even double click and rename it to maybe date, time, venue. You get it? So you can select portions of the flyer. So you can even select the name of the pastor and then find the pastor's picture, then group it, then you come here and name it pastor, right? Then let's say the theme, you select altar on the week, then right click. You can right click and new group and do new group, or you can come here and do that, or you can do Control plus J, like God. Control plus J is group, and then it will create the group for you. Then you name it maybe main text, then you name that one too. You can come here, right click, maybe choose color for your text. You see, you right click, maybe choose different colors. There are some people, if they don't break them into colors, they will like, they may not follow. Let us say, is there a way you can fix an image to appear in the text? Yes, you can make images appear in the text. You can make pictures appear in a text. So let's say, let me pick the pastor's image. Let me duplicate. So if I want the pastor's image to enter into the main text, I can bring it down here. Okay, all right. Let me put it at the top here. Oh, sorry. I want to move it to this. Here, you right click, then clip. Where's clipping mask? You see, I have put the pastor's image inside the text. So use clipping mask. Chris, did you see what I did? Now the image is inside the text. So you use clipping mask, but make sure that the image that you want to insert into the text is actually on top of the text layer. Okay, yes. One more question and then we draw the curtains here. One more question and we drop the curtains. here. Okay, since we do not have any question, I think Andy can take us away.
Okay, so thank you very much for joining the masterclass. That is a graphic session. We pray that we get others to join us to teach the other programs. Okay. I'm looking for somebody who can handle presenter. I think somebody messaged me. 2 people messaged me.
Okay.
So I will schedule with them. Then we can do that. We will also be doing easy worship, where you can do projection. Yeah, we will also look at live streaming itself.
Okay.
Where you can use VMAs and all of that. We will go. We will do a lot about VMAs and then the other programs that you need to do live streaming. Yeah, there is a lot we'll be doing. We'll also bring in people, photographers. There is a photographer we'll be bringing in that will talk about how he gets his pictures. We are going to show some pictures, the lens you need, the cameras that you need, and all of that. Okay, so yeah, if you're on the page, that just how do I say? Just follow my update when I put it there. Then you can follow it. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much. Those of you who want to support us too, we need data and we also buy data and what? The subscription.
The subscription.
Yes. Those who want to sponsor us, so we are there. You can sponsor us. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. We will continue the rest on the page, and I'll give a date on our next class. Okay. Thank you.
I think a lot of people are lifting their hands.
The main master class, we will still do the graphic design.
Yes.
The half of the day. So
yes,
we're going to look at a lot of the design. Okay,
I think
so
that one will be in September.
Yes, so we are trying to get a date in September. Once we get it, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Stop sharing.